Okay, well, the first class was really great. The first student to walk in was Alex, and he looked like a guitar player. From the very start, I said, okay, we got ourselves a guitar player. Then came Dan, and he's the man who plays right-handed guitar upside down, even though he's a lefty, just like Jimi Hendrix did. And then Ophelia later on pointed out that it's interesting how the sound gets higher as you go lower in reality. And since Hendrix played with the guitar upside down, that was exactly the opposite. So for him, as you go higher in sound, it actually goes higher. So we had a lot of fun with that, and Dan doing the Hendrix thing. And then Richard walked in, and he was all set up with his Yamaha small short scale guitar, which was really a nice guitar. I recommended that to a lot of people, and plugged into a acoustic amp, especially an amp made for acoustic guitars. It really has a terrific sound. And then of course Ophelia, again a total beginner, came in with her friend Maravik, and I'm hoping I'm getting everybody's name right. They came in together with guitars that do need to be set up a little bit to be able to play a little easier, and also to be able to use slide, because they're total beginners, and using a slide really allows you to play right away, which is the whole idea. But we had another solution, just like Ravi Shankar has his drone gals droning along on the tambura, just going like that while he plays. Ophelia and Maravik went ahead and they became the drone section. So they learned how to tune the guitars, and then started doing droning, and also playing along, not necessarily the full chords, but they were doing some fretting. On the guitar, it's really kind of a hard instrument to start with, unlike the piano where you just press down your hand and the sound comes out, because you've got to coordinate a lot of things. You've got to coordinate which strings to pick, then which strings to fret, and there's a lot to it, and it's all upside down and backwards like we just talked about. So they did great, you know. It's very intimidating when you're just starting from the beginning, and just to kind of jump in there, but they did, and they took part in all 3 jams, and then we had an additional jam as well that they took part in. And so we'd say, okay, drone section start, and Ophelia and Maravik would just jump right in, dong, ding, ding, dong, 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 and then we started playing, and it was fantastic. And then of course we went ahead and we learned some of the musician tricks, because musician is a lot like magician, because a musician can trigger your emotions by understanding how music relates to your emotions. For example, happy is the major sound with the major third. Sad is the minor sound with the minor third. And then there's ground, which is what those happy and sad emotions are built on. So it also relates to the electricity, the elements of electricity, because positive, that's major, negative, that's minor, and then ground is like the dominant 7th. And I even put a video here on this YouTube channel just for the class at Joslyn Center that we're going to hold every week. And it goes over that. So go ahead and take a look at that if you like. We'll give you all the sounds and everything. So anyway, we learned that, and then I gave a couple of anecdotes. Like, for example, the time when Eric Burden from the Animals was in the parking lot and of my studio, where we also had a club upstairs where he was performing, and it was in kind of an odd place. It was fenced off, and he actually came up to me and said, "How do I get out of this place?" Of course, relating to his famous song, "We gotta get out of this place." that he did with the animals. So that was really funny. We had some fun with that and some other anecdotes. But anyway, what we did is we went ahead and we played a few progressions, and I was going back and forth from happy to sad. We also played together I'm So Glad by the Cream. And then finally, we played Sweet Home Alabama, where Alex was actually learning the real chords. Richard was following along with substitute chords, and Dan was following along with the open chords and adding some little extras in there. Dan was very, very helpful, by the way. They were all very helpful to the beginners. And Alex had his professional tuner that he used, and everybody was very patient and cooperative, and they were very nice to me as well. I really, really appreciated it. So now, this is just the anecdotes of what happened, and now I'm going to make another video, which I will do each week, to go over actually on the guitar physically what we did to refresh everybody's memory. And then if any of you have want any additional supplemental videos and charts and whatever, just go ahead and email me back when you get this this video link. And anyway, I thank you all so much. It was really, really wonderful. We had a great time, and I look forward to next session, which is going to be Wednesday at 11:30, from 11:30 to 12:30. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.